This video is about dealing with what is, and this is personally a topic that I really love because how many times are we trying to argue with reality? A lot of times, usually. So there is a situation happening in our lives, and we say, no, I don't want this to happen. This should not happen. I want it to be differently, but we are actually using up so much energy in fighting reality, which is quite funny that humans are actually doing this. But it's so common and so ingrained in humanity that's, yeah, almost funny.
How do you notice that people are not dealing with what is?
It's basically, let's look at it on an emotional level, for example. There is somebody died or in the process of dying. And people are saying, no, I should not be grieving. No, this is not sad. I should be happy. I should be happy. I should be happy. But of course, that's a grieving process. This is just a natural process of being with somebody who is dying. There's not no holding on happening. But of course, there's grief arising because it's a letting go process. But you can apply this to any emotion that is coming up. You say, oh, fear, for example. No, I don't want to be afraid. I should not be afraid. I'm going to fight the fear now. Why? Because if fear is arising, then fear is arising. Let it arise. It's not going to do anything to you. It's just telling you something, maybe, if you want to look at it. So this is just on an emotional level. Let's go into a physical level. Yeah, there's a traffic jam. No, there should not be a traffic jam. What are these people doing? But if in reality you're in a traffic jam and you can only move your car if the people are driving.
Yeah, it reminds me of the times when I feel like I can't deal with what's going on, what's going on in the world or going on in my personal life. We all have our go-to soothing mechanisms, I think, to to not deal with what is. And that can be anything from liking your glass of wine or my cup of coffee, is always a good break away from not dealing with what is in a minor way, and then there's, of course, the big way of running away from what is, like, okay, so I'm not good at relationships, so if this person is not understanding me, I'm running away from that person. She is a stupid friend, he doesn't love me the way I should be loved. It's funny how it reminds me of all these things, and I'm just saying that not out to you there, listener or watcher. I'm saying that because that is an experience I had in my life for a very long time, and which kind of brings me back to our long-standing subject of spirituality. If we're thinking that spirituality is just feeling bliss and feeling in love and avoiding any conflict outside of from us, then that is not a spirituality in action. Then that's just a concept so we can believe that we don't have to go through the suffering in our life, or that which we experience as difficult or as suffering as such.
Yeah. So let's basically look at reality and embrace it if we can. Because then there's an immense amount of energy in being present with what is, or with being present at all in the moment.
It translated to me today when I was at a point where I was not happy with myself. So if you want to watch something on compassion, we have a video out on compassion. And, so there was no compassion for how I felt at that moment. And at the same time, I felt myself saying, no, no, it should not be that way. It should be different. And then I noticed that all it took for me to say, yes, okay, yes, that's the way it is right now. And what is if it's just the way it is? And for this moment, I need to do this. And then in the next moment, I can do something different. So to me, dealing with what is first learning to say, yes, okay, that's the way it is, Yeah.
Okay. Then we wish you a great day, dear listener and viewer, and see you at the next video.
See you next time.